Good morning, second grade. Today we are going to be learning about symmetry. Symmetry is when something is the same on both sides. For example, a triangle has symmetry. If I divided my triangle in half down the middle, the left side and the right side would match each other. They would be the same. Lots of shapes have symmetry. A square is also symmetrical. A square is symmetrical both up and down and side to side. Can you think of another shape that has symmetry? I think I can. I think a heart is also a symmetrical shape. If I divide it in half, this side is the same as this side. So today we're going to be practicing symmetry, getting ready for our next project. A lot of things in nature have symmetry. For example, insects. On my paper here, I have half of a bee. My job today is going to be to finish the other half. Since I know my bee is symmetrical, I'm basically just copying what's over here and flipping it to the other side. But I'm going to teach you 3 drawing techniques that are going to help you be successful for this. Drawing technique number 1 is to finger draw. When I finger draw, I'm using my finger and not a pencil to test where I want my shape to be. So for example, if I'm going to do my bee's head, I might finger draw the shape first. So I know if I did this, oh, that's not quite right because I didn't match it up with the head. So I'm going to try it again. Finger drawing helps me get my hand ready for the motion that I'm about to complete. The second technique we're going to learn today is using our pencil to measure. This is going to help me get things the right size. So when I go to draw my insect's head, I can use my pencil to measure. I can see that his head is about this long. So if I move my pencil over, I know his head's going to stop right about here because I used my pencil to help me measure. The last technique we're going to learn is to draw light until we get it right. So before I darken this in, I'm going to draw really lightly until I have the shape that I want. Once I've made the shape that I want, then I can come back in and darken it in with my pencil. So technique number 3 is to draw light. If I draw light, I am able to erase quite easily. So I'm going to do everything that is closest to the line of symmetry first. So that would include my bug's head, the thorax, which is the top part of the body, and the abdomen, which is the bottom part of the body. So those are the things I'm going to do first. I will always do a little finger draw first. I can use my pencil to make sure that I get the lines in the right spot. And then I'm going to draw lightly, and when I have the shape that I want, then I can darken it in. Now, once we get to legs and wings, this is where pencil measuring comes in handy. For example, my bug's antenna up here. If I just randomly put a line on there, I'm not going to know where to stop. But I can use my pencil like a ruler to measure. So I can see that my antenna stops up there. So if I'm doing it on this side, I know it needs to stop right there. So I've measured with my pencil and made note of it where it needs to go. Now, are you going to get it exactly perfect? No, you're not, and that's okay. Today, this is practice. This is getting us ready for our next project. When I go to do the wing on my insect, I will again use pencil measuring and finger drawing. So I know that my wing needs to go up to here. So first I'm going to trace over the wing with my finger to get the shape. Then I'm going to try and repeat that shape on the other side. Another thing that might be difficult with the wing is the wing is really long. I can use my pencil again to measure how long the wing is supposed to be, and then I'll know it needs to go here. You could also use your fingers to measure. So I know my wing's about that long. If I move my hands over, it should be about that long. So if I wanted to make a little line with my pencil, just so I know how long my wing is supposed to be, I could do that. And then I'm going to try and mimic the shape that I see on this side. Again, it might not be perfect, but if you're using your 3 drawing strategies, you're going to get a very close drawing of your insect. So the goal today is to take your time and to go slow. If you finish in the first 5 minutes, you probably didn't take your time on your artwork and you need to go back and work on it a little bit more. So, especially when I get to the legs, I'm going to want to pencil measure because the legs can be tricky. So I know that this leg, oh my goodness, it goes all the way down here. So that means my other leg should probably stop right about down here. So I know when I go to draw this, my leg's actually going to be kind of long. So I'll pencil measure, figure out where that part's supposed to go, and just take your time. You will probably need to erase. If you need to erase, just get an eraser from the eraser parking lot and you will be just fine. So anytime you make a mistake, we're drawing lightly so that it is easy for us to erase if we need to. So your goal is to complete the other half of the bee, stripes and all. He's got 3 legs on this side, so he should have 3 legs on this side. He's got 2 wings on this side, so he should have 2 wings on that side. When you finish completely, you are welcome to you are welcome to color your bee in, but your colors also need to be symmetrical. So if this leg gets colored red, the matching leg on the other side should be colored red so that our bug has symmetry throughout. This is going to get us ready for our next project when I return.